What's up, everybody? It's day 272, and we're going to talk about 5 U.S. housing market records that got shattered last month. And this is the U.S. We're not going to talk about Fairhope or Daphne or Eastern Shore area, although I'm sure there's some definitely some records being shattered right now because of the fact that prices have exceeded the 2006, 2007 prices where people had bought homes back then and kind of were stuck in those homes if they didn't want to lose any value on paper. And so their home is now worth more than what they bought it for back then. So they could get out of an upside down. I mean, it's not upside down. They just wouldn't. They could make a profit on their house now. It took a long time, but they could actually do it. But 5 U.S. housing records that got shattered last month. Basically, RedFin did this study on it, and they've been tracking it since about 2012, somewhere in there. And then the month of March, last month, was the most competitive month since 2012, like what I was just saying. Basically, since 2012, it's been the most competitive month ever in real estate. Even some of the big agents are talking about how it's just crazy right now. It's hard to get people to sell their house, and then it's hard to find a house for a buyer. Like you have to know what you're doing. You have to know who to connect with, what people to connect with. Basically, just playing matchmaker nowadays. So number one, $353,000 was the median sales price, and it was up 17% from 2020 of March. Number two, the number of homes for sale fell to a record low year over year, drop of 29%. And that, I mean, the crazy thing is, like I looked last month, I will talk about Eastern Shore a little bit. Last month, we were actually up from February, almost like 100 homes being sold, but there was nothing on the market. They're not lasting on the market. Things are getting listed and they're going off fast. Or people are selling for sale by owner and they're selling them pretty fast depending on the house. Or the fact that they're just not even getting listed and they're selling before they even get listed. So number three, days on the market, 25 days is the average per se with a good house. The average is going to be up, like, Baldwin County is about 49 days, 42, 45 days. But the fact is, there's a whole lot of houses, and, some of the markets are smaller, not smaller, but not as widespread as Baldwin County. Number four, 42% of homes sold for over list price, which is crazy amount. So that's what's happening with a lot of the buyers. They're not putting in a strong enough offer, and they don't have the cash sitting around to put in an overpriced offer or over list price offer on some of the houses. And it just is what it is. Put in the strongest offer, take the emotion out of it. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. It is what it is. Just take the emotion out of the sale, and it's going to go a lot smoother. Don't fall in love with it. Just know that you love it, but don't fall in love with it. Just be willing to walk away from it if that's what it's going to take. Number five, sale to list ratio, a measure of how close homes are selling to their asking price, broke the record, passing 100% for the first time. So that's just a pretty crazy statistic in itself. So if you're a buyer, I would be talking to a real estate agent that's out there making phone calls, seeing if people want to buy houses or sell their house or things like that. Like, find the guy or woman that's playing matchmaker and finding houses off market. Like, that's pretty much the way you got to go nowadays. And hopefully that buyer or the seller will sell it. Maybe they don't want to deal with the multiple offers and listing it and doing all that stuff, but they will end up paying the realtor the fees involved. So you never know what's going to happen. Just get with the realtor. Myself, I make calls Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 9:30 to 12:30. Sometimes a little less on the hours. Just depends on what I got going on. And then Thursday, Friday, I try and go out there and meet some potential clients, meet them for lunch, do different things like that. Speaking of, I got to call one of my guys and set up a lunch meeting, probably Thursday or Friday. I got to go get my eyes checked on Tuesday, tomorrow at 11. So we're going to make calls probably from 9:30 to 10:30, then head up to Sam's and go get my eyes checked. But like I said, go out there, find a realtor like myself that's making phone calls. If you're looking to sell, reach out to me. If you're looking to buy, reach out to me. I don't have any off-market houses right now, but have had a couple in the past. I've showed a couple, but didn't make any sales out of it because the buyer didn't really want it. It wasn't the right house for them. But other than that, go out there and make somebody smile tomorrow and have a wonderful day. Thanks a lot. Bye.